Hey, hi there. Thank you so much for stopping by my page, Cat Surrender to Love Inspirations here. You're on my YouTube channel, and I thank you so very much. Touch that subscribe button, touch that notification bell as well, or subscribe. When you touch that button, that means you will have subscribed to my channel. Thank you so much. Touch that notification bell that you may be notified whenever a video is uploaded. My channel is all about wellness, health, inspiration, and empowerment. All things emotional, all things spiritual, whatever you have in the middle, that psychological bit and piece, that's also important for us to maintain our sanity on today and each and every day. So I'm praying for you even right now. Look, what I want you to do, we're staying in the vein of emotion control, right? Share with me what's going on with you. How was your weekend? How are you exercising the best emotion control tactics and tips? I've shared many with you. Have you tried any? What's working for you? What's not? What did I suggest that you do, that you tried and it didn't help you at all? Let me know about it. Hey, everything isn't for everybody. These are just some suggestions. So I pray that as you use them, that they work well for you. They have been tried and true with many people that I've worked with in my area of expertise in helping people shape and form their lives in different ways with different perspectives, helping them goal set and things like that, helping them with behavior and mindfulness and things like that along the way. So these things have been proven to help, but they may not help everyone. So it is not the end all be all. And there's so many things that we can do that can contribute to our emotional wellness, to our emotional selves. And let's look forward to, let's find some others. So another thing that will be useful, and I've mentioned it, but we're going to explore it a little bit more in speaking on just talking things out. We want to talk things out, you guys, which is so helpful, proven to be helpful in de-stressing, right? And taking the load off. We talked about writing it down, and writing it down is a form of communication, and it is a form of getting it outside of you, outside of your mind, outside of your body, onto the paper. But now today we're going to talk about getting it out and speaking it to that person, speaking to maybe that annoyance, whatever it is that might be driving you absolutely crazy, making you blow your top. When the time is right, timing is everything. Talking it out when you're at the heat of the moment, you know what, it does not bring about the best outcomes. It doesn't bring about the best outcomes because the people who are talking, they aren't actually talking. They're yelling and they're screaming. And you know what? They can't hear one another. You're not listening to them. They're not listening to you. So it's like hitting a wall. You're just shouting words and it's hitting the brick wall. What you want to do is calm down. A few videos back, stop, breathe, and think. Even in the heat of the moment. Look, don't take it for granted or take it as some put down type of thing that you walk away. Feel free to walk away. It's okay to walk away. It doesn't mean that in any way, shape, or form you condone whatever might be happening that pretty much wounded you or hurted you. And it doesn't mean that the other person was correct. You know what it does mean? That you know yourself. And when you calm down, you'll be better able to speak to whatever it is the situation might be calling for, right? You're better at to listen. You can't hear because we're both yelling and screaming. That's what sometimes these matches turn out to be, like yelling matches, screaming matches. And who wants to compete with that? There's no way that you can really hear another person's point of view. There's no way that somebody else will really hear what you're saying when you're yelling and screaming and crying and the tears are flowing and emotions are all over the place. And it happens to everybody. It happens to the best of them, the best of us, and it happens to whoever. Everybody goes through emotional setbacks and meltdowns and things like that. Let's slow down. Let's breathe. Stop, breathe, and think. As I piggyback and take a little bit from one of my last videos that I did was to stop, breathe, and think. That helps oh so much. You want to let the oxygen get to your head so that you can think things through, so that you can communicate in a way that will be receivable. You want to hear, you want to be heard, and you want to hear, you really want to hear what the other person has to say too. That's how communication works. We sit and we talk and we listen. That's a part of communication. So that's a great big piece of this not having emotion control, this missing component of emotional control that we're at like butting heads with our own selves because we aren't demonstrating emotion control. We aren't, and our emotions are getting the best of us and we're lashing out. So we want to stop, breathe, and think. These things are so vital and so important, and so many things that help with our lives, and we just have to demonstrate them. And it's not the easiest thing to do, especially when that's one of like your weak points, or it's one of the things that kind of jacks everything up. I just fly off the handle, and I just don't know how to contain myself. And I just, sometimes we have to seek professional help for those things, and that's okay too. And not everybody has to. I'm just bringing it up because that may be where you are. That may be what you're doing or what you have done. And you know what? There's no shame in that, because you understand you understand that you need more. You need more support in that area, and that is so understandable. You know what? I think more people need that more than we even want to give into, more than we want to say, yeah, I probably could sit down with a professional at least 2-3 times a week and get something straight, and for like 2 or 3 months, and it doesn't have to be forever. But anyway, back to staying in with emotional control, because it is a real thing. It is a real thing. Our emotions have very much to do with how we behave, how we interact, what it is that we do. The actions that come out are due to our our emotional selves, right? So we want to practice coping with challenges, disagreements. We are all not going to agree. We're all not going to see things the same way. And you know what? It's okay. It's okay that we don't see things eye to eye, and that you don't believe the same thing I believe, and I don't believe the same thing you believe. It's okay that that you feel this way and that I feel that way. It's okay. We're not going to all get along, and it's not going to be like that, all the time. There may be some things that we see eye to eye on and we may agree on, but when they don't line up, what to do? Let's not get overly frustrated where we're putting our hands on one another, where we're grabbing weapons and we're using things to take life, which is such defining. And that's it. After a life is taken, that's it. Do we want that to really be the final? I got in an argument and I grabbed my gun, I grabbed my knife. It's such a final thing. So as we work together one with another to practice coping mechanisms, which I've expressed and shared and discussed with you a couple videos back. Take a look at those videos if you need to. Share the videos. I thank you so much in advance. But we've talked about different ways to cope, different ways to manage, different ways to have control, to build up control. And we're going to keep on in that mindset, because it's a mindset, in that mindset of having emotional control, because it's such a great big part of who we are. Our emotional control lends to our behaviors, and if we want our behaviors to change or to improve and to be more enhanced, we got to think about what we're doing. We have to think about some different ways, tools, and strategies that we can garner up within ourselves, that we won't be explosives in our speech and in our actions and demeanor. So let us do that. I'm going to encourage you, and I encourage and inspire you. Look, I'm at your beck and call. Please demonstrate emotion control. That is your emotion control, mindfulness, and motivation for today. Meet me back here tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. for the Surrender to Love, or any time of the day. All the videos have been uploaded, and I'll see you on tomorrow. Have a great and wonderful, blessed, and fulfilled day.